I'm live, y'all. I'm fucking live. Woo! Yay! Yay! We'll see how long I stay live because apparently the man don't want me to be live this year. This year has been the year of OraCola having trouble going live or staying live. I, I, I ain't been staying alive. But it's okay. I'm here right now. And y'all are here too. Welcome to the show, y'all. I'm Marcy Cola coming to y'all live from Austin, Texas. Here on uh June 11th, 2025. It is the strawberry full moon. I didn't see it tonight because it's been cloudy, but I saw it this morning when Apollo woke me up at fucking 4 o'clock because he's used to me getting up early. It was my day off, asshole. I just want to put that out to the universe in case my dog can read my mind, which he can't unless I got to treat him hiding from him, in which case he knows exactly what I got. But yeah, he woke me up real early and I got to see the moon. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. So if you get a chance to see the moon while it's full, do so. Do your little full moon rituals and your little full moon thing. I was going to do a whole full moon thing, but the weather did not cooperate today. I was going to put all my rocks outside, get a little rain bath. It was supposed to rain this afternoon. Guess what? It did not rain, which means it's going to be raining probably when I need to go to work at some ungodly hour in the morning. This is how it's going to work out. I just know already. Anyway, welcome to the show. I hope y'all are having a wonderful June. Hopefully it ain't riots where you are. Apparently there's riots everywhere, although I have yet to see a riot. The only riot I've seen is my brain when I look at the clock and have to get up in the morning. That's the only riot I've been seeing. It's like, no, throwing Molotov cocktails and all kind of bricks at my like psyche, saying, no, don't get up. You could rest. And I'm like, but I gotta make the money to pay the bills. It's always a war in my brain when it comes to waking up in the morning because some mornings I do not want to get up. I know you feel me. Anyway, welcome to the show, y'all. Y'all know what I do. Y'all are regulars. There's probably only one or two people watching or listening. That's okay. If you see me in the future, this is what I do. I read the oracles. I channel the message from the universe. And how we get to that situation is that you put a question for the universe into the chat box, which means you got to be logged into the Google. I know. The man has to know what you're up to. This is the price we pay for the free stream. Anyway, put your question in all caps in the chat, the live chat, not the top chat. Make sure you fix it because some people get filtered. And then hopefully I will see it. And then I will spin the Wheel of Fortunes. And it's got several fortunes for the universe to pick from. And then I will land upon a fortune and then interpret that fortune oracle, however you want to justify it to your God, in some way that will either be like resonating with you, so you get it, or you'll be like, "What the fuck is that bitch talking about? She's drunk," or it might come to you later. You'd be like, "You know what? That was actually something I needed to hear." Regardless, I just hope you have a good time with me tonight. So this is what we do. Before I get started, I always do the ritual. This is to like cleanse the air, make sure the universe knows we're ready to receive the wisdom. Get rid of any negative juju. So if you have your own ritual, now's the time to do it. If you got your own thing to do, I will not judge. This is what I like to do. So the first thing I always do is burn the sacred wood. So we're going to burn that sacred wood. Make sure it gets nice and hot so that it emits that white smoke. Just like when they're like choosing the new pope, the smoke's got to be a certain color. All right. So we burn the sacred wood first. And then next up, we ring the bell. We let the universe know we're ready and willing to accept the guidance that they can provide us. And also, this is just a nice sound that chases away negative energy. And then we got our multi-purpose wand. First up, we gotta do our beauty wand. This is for beauty. Just get rid of any age things like that's bothering me, like, you know, lines and wrinkles. And of course, this ain't going to help with none of that shit that's deep in my body that's going wrong. Like, I don't know what the fuck is happening to my knee, but it's been bothering me. And then we got our pathogen wand because, the man's always hooting about some kind of new thing that's going to kill us. We didn't fall for the measles redo. Like, they was pushing that for a while, and people just were not like lining up in droves, panicked because of the measles. I think because most of us already got that jab. Like that was one they made us get a long time ago. So, we're good. But yeah, he's always pushing some kind of shit. So blue light gets rid of the nasties. And then we got our Prospera spray. And I do not have a lotto ticket tonight. I was at the store and I thought, you know what? I ain't feeling it. And if I ain't feeling the lotto ticket, I don't buy it because, I can waste money some other way. And then we're going to spray that Prospera spray and let that prosperity, good and abundance, goodness stuff rain down upon us. Always manifest the good. And finally, no, not finally, penultimately, ooh, that's a $5 word, penultimate. We're going to anoint our chakras with this Florida water. Make sure they're nice and spick and span. And ready to serve. Okay, and this is the final thing that I've been doing recently. If I remember to get to the liquor store, I do a little shot. So I used to do this pre-show before y'all got to involve yourself, but I'm like, why not put it part of the ritual? Why not? Even if you don't drink, do some kind of special thing every time. So to a good show. Cheers. Woo! All right. Now we're ready to get started. Who's in the house? We got the family, Goog. We got Lava. We got Patrick. Woo, 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 woo. All right. Family's here. Good to see y'all. Welcome to the show. Y'all know how it works. I've been doing this show for long enough that everybody present in the chat knows how it works. So I'm just going to kind of, oh, hey, Prance, good to see you. Welcome. I'm glad you made it. Y'all know what to do. So put some questions in the chat. Even if it's something you think is stupid, it don't matter. We're filling the time. Y'all know how this works. This is just a way for me to do some shit for an hour for y'all. I don't have any wisdom or insight that's better than any other podcaster or person on the internet out there. In fact, I have less wisdom because I cannot channel Palladians. Apparently, that is important for some people who are influencers, who have thousands of followers, hundreds of thousands of followers, millions of followers, and make money on YouTube ads. I'm not that person. I do have some attributes, but I cannot channel the Palladians. I'm sorry. Or the Pleiadian. How is it? Is it the Pleiades? I guess Pleiadians. Or the Galactic Council. Or whatever archangel is tickling your fancy this week. I cannot channel none of them bitches. It's not that I'm not open to it. Hey, I'm willing to channel like an archangel if it suddenly decides that I need to be its vessel. But so far, I have avoided all them entity attachments and have just been channeling whatever comes to my head when I sit in front of y'all. So I guess it's the universe. I just attribute it to the universe. But aside from that, that's how it goes. I do have to rely on questions to get the goose going. So if you got a question, put it in the chat. Otherwise, I'll read for the collective. And like I said, I don't got no lotto ticket. And we don't know how long the man is going to allow this stream to stream because it's been having problems this year. I don't know what changed. I don't know what energy. I don't know what planet moved into whatever sign or house or what the fuck ever transit it's making to my birth chart. I don't know. I just know this shit started in like this year. I think we made it through a couple of shows, no problem, and then started having troubles. So, oh, hey, it's Apollo. Good to see you, Bubba. Are you going to come say hi to everybody? Oh, he is. Hey, Bubba. He was whining at me earlier because I did not take him out again after I took him out an hour ago. You know how it is with the dog when they're like, "Yeah, you didn't take me out this hour, bitch. I got shit to do. I'm sorry. You can lay there. You're fine. Here, you want to say hi? Oh no, he ran away. He ran away. He was offended. He was offended by my assessment of his poor skills at like scheduling his shit. Oh, he's gonna drink some water, maybe. We'll see. Is he gonna drink? Is he gonna lick his bowl? Oh, he's drinking. Usually it's a good sign when the dog drinks a little water, even if you can't hear it. He just wanted a tiny sip. Okay. Have you been able to update Chrome? You know, maybe that's the problem. My machine is too old. This has not been something that I have discounted. It could be that my computer, which is, I think, over 10 years old at this point, yeah, probably exactly or over 10 years old, might not be able to handle the new whatever update Google, YouTube, whoever, hoo-ha did, CIA, to the internets. So sometime over the last few months, it's updated to a way that don't talk to my computer as well. I don't know. Is it trying to make me buy a new computer? I mean, it might work. Eventually this one will crap out. I've already put a little extra money into it. But to be fair, I didn't pay that much for it to begin with. So, you win some, you lose some. Let's check in with the chat. Okay, we got a question. Will Mitch's radiation treatments work? I don't know who Mitch is. Are you talking about Mitch McConnell? That's the only Mitch that comes to mind that's like in the well-known zeitgeist. Do they have cancer? I don't know. This is how little I pay attention to politics these days. I don't know who's got the cancer or who don't. Oh, a pornicle. This might be very appropriate for Mitch. Usually them high-powered closet gays is into all kind of freaky shit. Okay, so we got 755 pages in the pornicle. And if this is Mitch, your friend, I'm sorry. Hopefully it ain't your pastor. Pastor Mitch, I apologize in advance if that is the case. We gotta get to the random number generator. Okay, random number generator. We got 755 pages in this pornicle. That's a lot of smut in one book. Oh, we're going to page 193 for the Mitch question. 193. 193. Almost there. Oh, what was the question? Will they work? Well, they might work. They might work, or they might be something that is your last thing that you see before you plummet over the cliff of death. No, this one. This is the one. Okay. Yeah, there it is. So obviously there's venom involved. So maybe there's some kind of announcement, allurement, attachment to a chemical substance. And definitely you're below where that is. So maybe you're already in hell. And this is just the devil seducing you, right? And I don't know who's on top. It's probably not Mitch, probably on the bottom there. But the devil's going to have their way with you no matter what, because eventually you're going to die. Even if the radiation don't work now or it does work, eventually you will get underneath that old serpent and it will have its way with you. So yeah, there's your answer. Whether or not it's going to be something that happens like soon, I don't know. But if it's Mitch McConnell, pretty old, so maybe it'll be happening quick. Not McConnell. Mitch the neighbor. Well, regardless, my opinion is the same. Yeah, there's going to be something going on. There's the devil above you, and you are underneath, and you are being overwhelmed by things. So we'll see. We'll see. It could be a whole situation, or it could be a good time. Who knows? Maybe, just maybe, this dance with the devil will be pleasurable. We'll find out. I also think that Mitch McConnell should go to hell, in case you didn't know. You blame everything on Eve. How funny. I love it. Yeah, Eve is definitely complicit in all this bullshit. Don't be fooled by her innocent protestations of I didn't know. I'm the weaker sex. Yeah, you can't make it convenient when you want it to be. You actually went for that snake. And by snake, of course, we're all talking about some other dick. Like you got bored with the dick that you had and you had to go with the other dick. This is all a metaphor for infidelity, right? This is why God, the wrath of God, come down upon Eve. Because he's like, no, bitch, you cannot fuck nobody else, only me, because God has an ego. And Adam is God. It's all a proxy, right? It's all a proxy. She got me too'd by the devil. I don't think so. I feel like the devil was like, you know what? I'm just here having a good time. My morality is not the same as your morality. Your rules do not apply to me. And if you want to come stroke this serpent and get familiar with this thing, then come on over of your own free will. There ain't nothing I'm going to tell you that you don't already know deep within your core. This is the thing. God likes to gaslight you into thinking you don't know what's up. You fucking know what's up because you're created in his image. You know just as much shit as he does. He just gaslights you into thinking you don't know the same thing. That's what you got to know about God. God is tricky. God is a tricky person, entity, whatever it is. Male, female, who knows? God, Gaia. It's all the same shit. It's the universe. It's a thing that's out there that affects us that we can't deal with because it just happens. You've been reading a lot of commentary about the fall recently. Yeah, of course. This is why it's the tree of knowledge, right? God forbids you from learning the truth because the truth will set you free. And this is baked into every part of Christianity. It's that, guess what? I know the secret. You're not allowed to know the secret. And if for some reason you learn the secret, I will pretend that you don't know it and punish you for learning it. Yeah. I was listening to a podcast while I was getting ready, and it was all about the stoned ape theory and how we have co-evolved. Oh God, gotta get me a tissue already. Co-evolved with mushrooms or fungi, because fungi are a different class of being on this planet. So we're co-evolving with fungi, and the side effect of that is consciousness, which allows us to innovate and become creative and do shit that supposedly improves the world, like doing this streaming thing, but also could possibly be killing us because we're self-destructive little bitches. But yeah, I was listening to that. It was interesting. I don't know if I believe it. I don't think every single person or ape or whatever wandering the savannah in Africa was horking down multitudes of shrooms, and over thousands of years it made our brains bigger. I don't know if that's the case, but it certainly seems like the mushrooms need to be eaten for some reason, and for some reason we need to experience what the mushroom shows us when we eat it. This seems to be something that needs to happen to a certain percentage of people. Not all the people, but a percentage, enough to make a difference. Fungi can survive in the vacuum of space. Well, this is very interesting. This lends a whole lot of credence to that whole panspermia thing. What if it's the fungi? What if it's the fungi that actually run this whole goddamn thing? Wouldn't that make more sense? It ain't God. It's fungi. Fungi is just wildly unpredictable. It's like you're having a crazy vivid dream 100% of the time. That's how the whole thing works. That's how the simulation runs. It's just crazy all kinds of ways all the time. And it don't necessarily mean it's crazy in the moment for yourself, but that means it's probably crazier for somebody else somewhere else in the whole thing. It's making me think. Talking it out with y'all is making me think about it. Mm. Okay. All right. Well, if y'all don't have a question, I'm going to do a little shuffling of the tarot. I do a little full moon in Sagittarius if you're doing the Western tropical astrology. And if you're doing the Vedic, I don't know, is it Scorpio that the moon's in? Probably. I think so. I think it's in Scorpio. Yeah, whichever way you read it, the moon is full tonight. It's showing itself big and bright, and it's pretty close by. And it's a good time to take a look if you ain't cloudy. Here we go. Moon, High Priestess. Yes, go within yourself. Do a little bit of introspection and maybe do a little ritual. Hey, like I said, I was going to do a little ritual, and then the weather did not cooperate. But I'm still going to work it out. And it don't mean that you have to do it on the actual full moon. The full moon is a phase. So you could have started this shit last night. You could start it today. You could start it tomorrow even. Just don't give it 2 or 3 days. Give it maybe a day on either side as a buffer. 36 hours if you got other shit to do. And then you can do your little ritual, and it can be the full moon related. But yeah, get in touch with yourself. Find out what you're actually needing in this world. What do you need right now? What are you feeling? What's the thing? Because I tell you what, the news can make you feel all kind of ways, which is why I've been backing off the news. I've been watching the news. I don't know exactly what's going on in LA. I don't know exactly why the National Guard has to be called out in Texas, or whatever, the state guard, whatever it is. I don't know why. I'm like, well, okay, I don't think there's riots downtown, but maybe I'm just unaware, because that's a few miles away. And I tell you what, my mileage in my life has shrunk so much in the past 5 or 6 years. I probably don't go a mile outside of my little circle in a month, if I think about it. Maybe 2 or 3 miles at the most. Depends on how often I gotta run to the store. But yeah, I'm already living in that 15-minute city. I'm just a test subject for it, apparently. Good. What is your favorite way to eat potatoes? Ooh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna spin the wheel. I do love potatoes, even though OraCola's choice. Well, I'll just tell you. My favorite way to eat them is any kind of way. I love potatoes. I don't even mind a dry, well, no, I do mind. But even just a plain potato by itself is not the worst thing that I would have to eat. Like if I just had to eat boiled potatoes the rest of my life with no salt, it would not make me happy, but I could do it. I could fucking do it. Obviously, you want to have some herbs or spices and seasonings in there if you're just eating boiled taters. But I also like to mix them up with some other things. I love mashed potatoes. I love cold cannon. It's just like mashed potatoes with like sausage and greens in it. I love me a good baked potato loaded with everything, where you got to kind of mix it up in your, I think the thing they call jacket potatoes overseas. I love me some fried taters, French fries, the classic. Potato chips, probably, honestly, let's be real. My favorite way to eat potatoes is as a chip, a potato chip. And I'm pretty easygoing these days. I do love the flavor, but salt just works just fine for me. And if I can get them fried in olive oil, it makes me feel better, even though I know that the olive oil they're advertising is probably still mostly canola oil. But you know what? We lie to ourselves sometimes. That's how we get through this life. There's your answer. Okay, were the LA riots just an opt to give the Dems an opportunity to pivot away from being pro riots? Oh, I don't know. I don't know why they ever decide to have riots, honestly. I mean, yeah, it gives you good visuals for your news story. Ooh, a tarot. But in this day and age of smartphones everywhere, it's a lot harder to stage an actual riot. Like back in the day, you could make it happen with just a few photos and a few extras you paid. Now you actually have to kind of stage a thing in the street so that multiple people will get it on their social media. And yes, of course, you can pay like influencers to run content on their sites and have that be fake, but still, you got to bust them out there. You got to fucking bust them out there. So I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, it don't matter to me who's pro, who is against. What matters to me is who's funding this shit. Who's the one funding the riot? And I still don't know 100% who it could be. I've heard speculations about it, but I ain't actually heard the actual answer. It's just like the Epstein files. We'll never know the truth. It is a red herring designed to make you look away from some other shit that's probably going to matter a whole lot more in the whole scheme of things. But all right, here we go. Tarot for the rights. The Emperor. Yeah, this is important because the Emperor has no clothes here. We know the Emperor is full of shit. And I don't know who's running the thing. The Emperor could be the multinational corporations that are pulling the puppet strings of the leaders involved. Or the leader could be some rando, like power hungry, local kind of like military commander who's got the ability to do the thing without the proper clearance and just sends the troops in. Who knows? Who fucking knows? All I know is, like Bill Hicks said, I'm looking out my window and I hear crickets and I hear birds and I see the squirrel foraging and there ain't no fire bombs going off in my complex. So yeah, I don't know where this shit's happening, but it ain't really bothering me right now. And I ain't gonna worry about it just because the man wants me to. That harvesting my emotional energy as his loosh. I ain't allowing it. No. Just say no. Okay. In my hometown, there's a fast food restaurant that only sells baked potatoes. Wonderful. Well, I love it. That's a good business model because the actual potato ain't too expensive. Cheese pa- Cheesesteak potato. I bet that is good. Yeah, when I do myself a baked potato, like an actual one, I like everything on it. I like all the sour cream, all the cheese, all the chives, all the bacon bits, all the whole thing. Like I want the whole thing to be just dripping in goop, edible, delicious, salty, creamy goop. This is what I want out of my potato. What am I drinking? I'm having a Moscow Mule. I felt a little fancy today. I went to the store. I got me some limes and lemons, and I was like, "What do I want to drink tonight? I'll have me a Moscow Mule." So I went to the other store and got me a ginger beer to go with my vodka and my other things. And yeah, that's what I'm having. I hope you're having something delicious. Uh, Trump staged the riots to happen during the month of June, so you know who can't. So, are you saying this is a whole anti-pride thing? Well, look, I ain't got nothing against pride. I already told y'all I know it jumped the shark a long time ago, but I ain't upset if pride happens. I mean, I don't care. Do what you got to do, baby. Wave that flag, shake that thing. Oh yeah, Juneteenth. That's coming up. I forget that got made like a national holiday a few years ago. It's still kind of new. They still ain't like cranked the whole Juneteenth thing up nationwide. Now I know about it because I live in Texas and I grew up in the South, and Juneteenth was a thing. It just wasn't no national holiday. So yeah, that's coming up. I don't know if Pride Month coinciding with Juneteenth was intentional or if it was just one of them things that happened accidentally. I know they couldn't have Pride Month in July because that competes with 4th of July. And I know some places like Austin are weird and have it in August, like their Pride festivals in August, even though Pride itself is nationally recognized in June. And I know that they got Pride in July in New York, or no, it's in June. I think it's in late June. Yeah, it's all over the place. The gays can't get it together. In other words, they can't even decide amongst themselves when Pride should be. So, in other words, we should not take them seriously. If they can't figure out when their month is, when their time of celebration is, nationally, cohesively, they're still bickering amongst themselves too much to actually have us pay attention to their whatever bullshit they're selling. Sorry, I know there's gay fans in the audience, but I just gotta tell it like it is. Y'all get together with that shit. Let me know when Pride is. I'm too disjointed. Mm. And also figure out the fucking flag. It changes every month, and I'm sorry, I cannot handle it. It's too much. I cannot invest in a proper Pride flag till y'all fucking get that shit together. Orlando has theirs in October. Well, that makes sense. Honestly, I don't know why we have ours in August. It's fucking Texas in August. It's fucking hot as shit. I posted down at Pride a few years ago. Well, longer than a few years ago. Back in the day, I actually went down to the fucking Pride Festival and volunteered my time as an entertainer and hosted on the stage for a time during the day. And it was fucking hot as shit. And they had portable air conditioner in the back little tent area where they had like the main talent. It was still fucking hot. Me and Andy Bell back there sweating our asses off. And yes, the Andy Bell from Erasure. This happened. And it was Pride in August. And it was fucking hot as shit. And I don't know why we can't have it in June. Because Queer Bomb was in June. That happened. I think this year it didn't happen the same way. Oh, poor Queer Bomb. They're having trouble. Bless their hearts. But yeah, I'm just like over it. I think Pride should happen either at the same time every year, and the celebration should reflect that. Which means if it's fucking August in Texas, you should have it inside, bitches. Do not have a goddamn outdoor festival in the middle of fucking August. You assholes. Don't do it. Don't do that to us. Them portable ACs never work. Okay. The OG gay flag was way better. Yeah, I know. I'm like, but what's the OG gay flag? You will have people fight you on this online. They're like, no, that the only OG one is the one that I recognize. Whatever. You got wait, you used to get your comments deleted from the Austin Pride Facebook page every year for pointing out that they stole revolution from the Ron Paul campaign. Of course, them faggots banned you. They can't see the truth. Okay. It had teal originally. Okay, listen. I don't even know. I don't care. It don't matter to me. When I was growing up, rainbows was all about Christians. So that's how old I am. Before the rainbow flag was associated with the gays, it was associated with Jesus. So I don't know what kind of mindfuckery the man's trying to pull there, but I'm just saying. Just saying. Okay. It's 9:35. Oh, I've been ranting and raving for a good amount of time. I don't have no particular tea this week because I feel like there's tea every week that just spills out of me because there's so much tea boiling up all the time in every way, in every minute. I just know that we're always being gaslit by the man. We're always being told that things that are actually happening ain't happening and vice versa. And I also know that I just am kind of over worrying about it. I don't know. I've reached a state of political and cultural ennui where I just mostly focus on my day to day and my tiny little 15-minute self-imposed city that I live in. And yeah, the days roll on and on. And the things that I look forward to are things like, is my dog going to wake me up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And oh God, is it going to be raining when I have to go to work? These are the things that occupy my mind and make me have like most of my stress. My knee bothering me, yeah, that's stressful too. The rest of the shit, I'm sorry, I cannot muster up a single cell of care. I tried, but I have given up. The man has false flagged me and gaslit me and Peter Wolfed me so many times that I'm just over it. I'm like, whatever. The whole Nibiru could crash into the planet tomorrow, and I would not give two shits because I'm like, well, I got a gallon of water in the closet and a couple of like cans of soup. And me and Apollo will just like muck through it until we get shot by robbers. It's a kinder death. Okay. Patrick. Oh, Prance has a question. Reading on buying dine in Las Vegas. Okay, I think you've asked this before. And I know we've discussed this conspiracy theory before, but let's see it one more time. Book of Revelation. Ooh. Okay, so just in case you don't know, and I know everybody watching this thing knows already, but yeah, there's a lot of speculation that Biden perhaps passed in Las Vegas and that there were doubles after the fact. But here's the thing that I can't quite figure out. Why would Biden need to pass secretly in Las Vegas if they was already using the body doubles for him because he was too incompetent to actually do the shit that he was supposed to be doing as president? Like, why had that rumor floating around? I don't know. They might as well have killed him off as soon as he got elected. He might have been dead. You know what? We could have been even not actually elected actual Biden. We could have elected any number of doubles that were hired to play Biden, and the actual Biden was probably already dead before the campaign even started. Could you think about that? We didn't actually vote for the real thing. Crazy. All right, so there's 22 chapters in the book of Revelation. We need to get a chapter. All right, chapter 13. Starting off good. Chapter 13 here. Oh, I guess that means this week is Friday the 13th. I didn't think about that. Oh, man, so many crappy tattoos are going to get made. Lord help us. Okay, chapter 13 has how many verses? 18 verses. Okay. 18 verses. 18. And here we go. Chapter 6, verse 6. All right, chapter 13, verse 6. For the Biden question. Chapter 13, verse 6. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. Yeah, no, it was all a bunch of fakery. And on top of it, the fact that we got like so many people to believe it is depressing. We need to have more magic mushrooms in our life if this is the case. Like, if enough people could not see that emperor had no clothes, and in fact that emperor was different emperors who had no clothes, then I don't know what to tell y'all. But yeah, there's your answer. Didn't matter. Didn't matter if he died in Vegas or not. We was full the whole time. Is Palantir the mark of the beast? Oh my goodness. Speaking of Book of Revelation. Oh, pornicle again. Oh my goodness. Well, if nothing else, we get some fodder for the spank bank tonight. Okay, here we go. Page 578 in the pornicle for the Palantir question. You know, Palantir's going to fuck all of us. What is it? 578. It's already been fucking all of us. Oh, already. I just went right there. Okay. All right. Well, this is interesting. So this is an office scenario, right? We got somebody coming up behind someone and they're reaching up under the skirt and their little titillating thing. And here's the deal. Like, look, Palantir is this lady right here. She's like, you know what? I can protect you. I can like keep all your data safe, and I got you, bitch. I got you. And you're like, oh yeah. And you just like lean into it and allow it to happen, and even like start to finger the bitch because she's giving you some good vibes. But you know what? She's just gonna end up fucking you in the end. She's gonna fuck you over. She's gonna steal your words. She's gonna sell your intel. She's gonna go parading around with a bunch of other people and tell all your bullshit and tell all your secrets, and then you're just gonna be fucked. So yeah, them petticoats have the devil. Do not engage. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, yeah, of course, it's just a money laundering thing. You know, all them things, them government contracts, all them government contracts is money laundering, y'all. Y'all, of course you know this. I know who I'm talking to. I know my crowd. The family understands this. It's all money laundering. So all the prices that they're being charged and all the prices they're agreeing to pay, they're fake. They're fucking fake. It's how you get the money for the black budget. You know, I'm just more interested in stuff like, what does Cliff High mean when he's like, there's release language around the military in July coming? And you're like, what the fuck you mean, Cliff? Just spell it out, bitch. I mean, seriously. I'm tired of that shit. And if y'all know, you know. It's 9:43, y'all. The man ain't cut us off yet. So put them questions in the chat. And if not, well, I'll just do another reading for the collective. Maybe I'll do a crystal. Yeah, I'll do a crystal reading. I was gonna wash my rocks in the rainwater today, but it didn't rain like it was supposed to. It rained overnight, and it's probably gonna rain overnight again. But it did not rain during the day. So I did not get to wash my crystals in the rainwater under a full moon. It's okay. I ain't mad about it. I'm just saying that I was going to do a thing, and the universe had other plans. I'm just like plowing through this crystal deck, a little different than I normally do, seeing if I can mix them up a little bit, because there's so many crystals that are in this deck that we have never got. And I don't know why the universe is holding back on us. There's so many good ones. Okay. There we go. Ooh, citrine. Now, it's been a while since we got this one, but this one's a good one. Bring in the light. Bring in the light, Carol Ann. Citrine. Yeah, remember, get the natural kind, not the kind that's preheated amethyst that turns yellow. It's fake citrine. The real citrine is going to look kind of muddy. Goog, is wash my rocks in the rainwater a euphemism? No, it's not. I was literally going to do it because I was like, I need to dust that shelf. It's been a while. And I was like, well, what better way to do it than to kind of put all the rocks outside, let them get washed by the rain while I'm dusting the shelf, and then I can put them all back out. But then it never fucking rained. And I waited and I waited and I fucking waited and I waited and I waited and waited some more. And I was like, when's the rain going to come? Well, now it's fucking too late because I ain't going to do it at night. So, yeah. I guess maybe tomorrow, or maybe I just won't. I'll just wipe them down with like a cloth like I normally do. But still, that was my plan, and it didn't work out. And the radar said it was going to rain all fucking day. Radar was a liar today. Lies, lies, lies. No rain. 9:45, y'all. 9:46 now. If you got a question, put it in the chat. And if not, well, that's okay. I don't mind. I could do more readings for the collective. Who knows how long the man will allow this stream to keep going, because normally it cuts out, at least normally for this year. Maybe I'll do a liturgical. How do y'all feel about a reading assignment? Let's do a liturgical. Let's see what the universe wants us to read up on. Okay, one more time. Survey says Neverland. Oh, here we go. Peter Pan. Peter Pan. We're talking about fantasies of little kids fighting pirates. I don't know what kind of Peter Pan symbolism you have stuck in your brain, but maybe you should revisit the tale and see if there's some wisdom to be gleaned from this particular story of little children going off to do adult things. Maybe you should look into this mythology, this fiction, if you will. See what themes come out at you. Maybe read some critical context of it from both sides, pro and con. Maybe do a deep dive into all them people that wrote their dissertation on this one story. Maybe just watch the musical. I don't know. Watch an old one, watch a new one. Watch the Disney version. Watch the old one from the 70s. I mean, watch the one from the 90s. Watch all the ones. And then do a compare and contrast of who did it better. Anyway, have fun with that. Boy, who never want to grow up. Isn't that a nice metaphor for our society? Bunch of kids that just don't want to grow up. Don't want to do the grown-up things. Grown-up things is hard. Do the breakaway civilizations have timeshares on Jupiter? Oh my goodness. I don't know. Because I thought Jupiter was a gas giant, which means there's no solid Earth, which means if there are timeshares, oh, a crystal, they're going to have to be for extra dimensional entities, not actual corporeal entities like we are. I don't know that you could actually have a timeshare on Jupiter, but you know what? We're going to get a crystal and see maybe what crystal you would want to have in your timeshare on Jupiter to make it more of a home. You know how you have your lucky little talismans, your little house plants, your little whatever's like, what are the things the Jews put on their doors? They put that shit on their door. And I don't know, there's probably other religions that do it too. I know the Chinese do some shit on their doors sometimes. Yeah. How do you decorate your cruise ship door in this lifetime? Here's a crystal for the time that you're on Jupiter because you got a timeshare. Red jasper, take action. Ew. Yeah. So if you got a timeshare on Jupiter, that means you're a go-getter. You got lots of things going on in your life, including things that keep you from realizing that having any kind of timeshare is a scam. So yeah, can count yourself as one of them elites that got suckered into the timeshare on Jupiter because it was the first of its kind. You know, they're going to build a better timeshare down the road in the other part of Jupiter where the red like thing isn't spinning. Like you was unlucky because you got the one that's like next to the spinny thing. They figured out how to build one away from the spinny thing so it don't affect your timeshare as much. So yeah, you got suckered because you was an early adapter. Sometimes being an early adapter is no good. So yeah, just say no to that timeshare on Jupiter. That red jasper is going to keep you straight. Yeah. Woo! Jupiter's moons. Yeah, who cares about the fucking moons? That's what they want you to think because, you know, guess what? The moons are what actually controls the shit. Think about it. I think the moon that we have is actually controlling our shit. It's like the remote control for the planet Earth game. And then there's multiple players on some other planets. So they got multiple moons. That means there's 2 or 3 different people playing. They are on a Discord. They're on a whatever, what is that streaming service? I can't remember. Whichever one people game on these days. It changes all the time. But yeah, they're all talking shit to each other while they're steering the little planet around. Okay. Oh, the great red spot. That's what I was talking about, that thing. The great red spot, that giant thing that's on Jupiter that just keeps going around and around and around. It's like a giant hurricane. Oh, any other questions? We got about 9 more minutes left of the show. Remember, I do this every week. And if you got friends and family or acquaintances, enemies, anybody else that you want to make aware of my show, please tell them. I do this every Wednesday at 9 o'clock Central on youtube.com/channel RCCola. Rain or shine, sick or not, unless I'm deathly ill and I can't do it. Yeah, I'm here every week. So yeah, tell your friends. Join them on the chat with you, and y'all can have little conversations together. And also, you can watch it later. If you think there's something I said that your friend needs to hear, you could just casually drop this link and say, start it at X time. And then if they listen or not, well, that's not up to you, but at least you planted the seed. And this is how we spread joy in this world. This is how we spread ideas. We allow each other to hear that other people are thinking the things that we're thinking and that we're not alone. We are all together in this. Yeah. What's in the hexagon on Jupiter? I thought the hexagon was on Saturn. Wasn't it Saturn that's got the one at the hexagon at the top? Am I wrong? We got another barnacle. I love it. Oh, how funny. It's probably a good one to go out on. All right. Well, here we go. What's in it? Let's find out. Page 10. Page 10 in the barnacle. For what's in that hexagon on whatever planet. I think it's Saturn. Okay. Oh, look. We got one of the pages that actually is text. So it's a bunch of words. Guess what? It's nothing good. It's just a bunch of boring shit you got to read and interpret. And if it's on Saturn, it probably ain't even shit that you can understand. And aside from that, it's in a different language. Look at that. Yeah. Okay. There's your answer. The universe answered well in this case. 9:54. Time for another question. If y'all got one, put it in the chat. If not, that's okay. Don't forget to like the show. Click the like button. Even if you're watching it in the future, click the like button. Let's do a witch oracle. We haven't had a witch. We've had every other kind, but not a witch. And I feel like we might need some mother witch guidance on this full moon in June. Because even if the world ain't burning where you are, it's burning somewhere else. And sometimes we need a little feminine witchy guidance to see our way through the fog and the smoke and the flames. Okay. All right. Here we go. Oh, this one. Medea. Medea. Look at that. Medea, Medea, Medea. Medea, Medea, tomato. Let's call the whole thing off. Oh, let's read this Medea thing. Because we got time, y'all. We got time. Medea. It's Medea. Sorry. Medea is intelligent, skillful, and passionate, but she also reminds us of the pitfalls of getting too lost in unhealthy love. In her unbridled passion, she ends up losing everyone she cares about. Okay, she's Greek. She's the demigod of king, granddaughter of the sun. Yeah. She's part of like the whole Jason and the Argonaut shit. Okay, she does some bad things. She chops some bodies up. Yeah, so she's like a jealous woman. She's privileged. She doesn't understand how privileged she is. She gets caught up in her own ego and then does some bad shit. Don't be like Medea. Don't be like Medea. And definitely, I think it did the same thing as the Tyler Perry thing. Isn't that a Tyler Perry franchise? Medea, that old black lady that he plays. Okay, well, regardless, don't be like that person. Just don't use that as an example. Okay. Will man ever make it to the moon despite that radiation belt we have around the Earth? Well, supposedly the man has already been to the moon. And supposedly the moon is a command center. All right. One more image of smut to close out the night. Or one more image of text. I don't know. All right. 755. We're going to just redo this one more time. Page 297 in the portico to close out the evening. 297. 297. It's that portico heavy evening. Guess the spring, the solstice coming up. No, summer solstice, coming up is leading into this whole thing. 297 for the moon. Okay, so 297 is this page. Look, there's an orgy on stage. Look, there's a whole orgy on stage. Off the stage, everywhere is an orgy. There's people fucking and sucking everywhere you look. And then you're watching it and people are fucking and sucking you. Like everybody's getting involved. Don't matter if anybody's on the moon or not. What matters is you're getting distracted every which way. So don't be distracted. If you actually care about what the moon is like controlling your life or is part of your whole thing where if you're worried about it, walk out of the theater. Don't be distracted. Also, there's a whole lot going on behind the scenes. Even though all them people are fucking and sucking on the stage and you're getting fucked and sucked in the audience, there's a whole bunch of people around you pulling the strings, switching on the lights, making sure that the bathrooms are clear, making sure that people have their ticket and can get to their seat. There's a whole support system under this whole scenario. So while you're distracted by this, all that other shit's going on. This is how the CIA stays in control. Yeah. So whether or not you make it to the moon don't matter. You've been sold a lie, probably something distracting that's distracting away from the actual mechanics of the shit. I don't know. I could say the same thing every fucking week to y'all, and you just keep coming back and asking the same goddamn questions. All right, y'all. Well, it's pretty close to the end of the show, and we made the whole goddamn show without being distracted by the man cutting off our internet. So thank y'all for tuning in. I love y'all so much. I hope you have a wonderful week. I really do. And regardless of the fact that the universe is pushing a lot of smut on us, just remember it's all metaphorical. So take what you can from them images and channel it into something good for yourself, for your community. Don't worry about the distractions. Stay focused on the prize. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all next week. I love y'all.